Imagine closing your eyes and waking from a dream so vivid you mistook it for reality, only to discover that the life you lived was the true dream, and a boundless, radiant existence awaits beyond it. What if death isn't a cold, final abyss, but a luminous gateway, a moment of awakening that unveils the eternal essence of your soul? This notion might feel unsettling, even revolutionary, because we've been conditioned to fear the unknown, to clutch tightly to the familiar pulse of our days. But what if I told you that ancient mystics, timeless philosophers, and countless souls who've glimpsed the other side through near-death experiences all converge on a singular truth? Death doesn't extinguish your consciousness. It liberates it to craft the next chapter of its infinite odyssey. In the moments ahead, you'll unravel how your soul, with profound wisdom and love, meticulously selects your next parents, your soulmate, and the life you're destined to live, and why this revelation can transform the way you face fear, grief, and every choice you make, infusing each moment with purpose and meaning. When your soul departs your physical body, it doesn't dissolve into nothingness or fade into a void. It steps into a realm beyond the constraints of time and space, a shimmering sanctuary where the burdens of earthly fears, regrets, and attachments begin to dissolve like mist in the morning sun. This isn't a place of judgment or retribution. It's a cosmic haven, a transitional space where your soul recalibrates to its true, expansive nature. Here, time as we know it melts away, rendered irrelevant. The anxiety of deadlines, the obsession with material wealth, and the weight of human emotions like anger, guilt, or shame are gently released, though the pace of this process varies for each soul. Some souls, radiant with awareness, glide through this phase with ease, their consciousness open and unencumbered. Others linger, untangling old patterns, unresolved pain, or attachments to the life they left behind, like threads caught on a branch. It's in this sacred space that your soul embarks on a profound journey of reflection and creation, guided by spiritual mentors, beings of infinite compassion and wisdom who illuminate the path ahead without ever imposing their will, offering guidance as gentle as a whisper, yet as powerful as a star. The first step in this journey is the life review, a moment of raw, unfiltered truth where your soul revisits the life it just lived. This isn't a courtroom drama with a cosmic judge wielding a gavel. It's a mirror of understanding, held up with boundless love. Picture watching a film of your entire existence, not merely observing, but feeling, deeply viscerally, the impact of every thought, every word, every action. You feel the warmth of the kindness you extended, the sting of the pain you caused, the glow of the love you shared, and the shadows cast by the moments you held back. It's intense, humbling, sometimes overwhelming, but ultimately liberating. Because in this moment, your soul sees itself with crystalline clarity, its strengths, its wounds, its triumphs, and the lessons it still longs to master. This process isn't about shame or punishment. It's about growth, about understanding the ripples your choices created and how they shape not just your path, but the paths of others. This clarity becomes the foundation for what comes next, crafting the soul's next adventure, a new chapter in its eternal story. Contrary to what many believe, the soul doesn't seek a life of endless ease or flawless perfection. Growth doesn't flourish in comfort. It takes root in the fertile soil of experience, and the most transformative experiences often involve challenge, pain, or sacrifice. If your soul struggled with compassion in one life, it might choose a path where empathy becomes the central lesson, placing you in situations that demand you open your heart. If it carried pride, it might embrace a life of humility, perhaps in modest circumstances that teach the beauty of simplicity. If it shied away from courage, it might face trials that call for boldness, forcing you to step into your power. These choices aren't dictated by some external authority or cosmic bureaucracy. They're made by your soul in collaboration with its spiritual guides with absolute freedom. The soul's sole mission is to evolve, to expand its light, and it selects the precise conditions, relationships, environments, obstacles needed to make that happen. It's a process rooted in love, driven by the soul's deep desire to become more of itself, to align ever closer with the divine spark at its core. Let's pause to explore one of the most profound choices your soul makes: your parents. Why were you born to them, in that family, with their unique blend of love, flaws, chaos, or calm? This was no random draw from a cosmic lottery. Before you took your first breath, your soul, alongside its council of guides, surveyed countless possibilities, peering into the energies of potential parents, their strengths, their struggles, their karmic patterns, their capacity for growth. Your soul didn't choose your parents for their perfection, their wealth, or their social standing. It chose them for their purpose in your evolution. Some souls select families overflowing with warmth and stability to learn trust, joy, or self-worth, basking in an environment that nurtures their light. Others choose homes marked by conflict, absence, or hardship to forge resilience, forgiveness, or the courage to break generational cycles of pain. Even in the most challenging family dynamics, where rejection, misunderstanding, or loss cast long shadows, there's a sacred contract, a mutual agreement between souls to serve as catalysts for each other's growth. Your parents' love, their limitations, their presence, or their absence were the exact ingredients your soul needed to awaken its potential, to crack open its light and let it shine. This choice extends beyond your family to your entire environment. The country you were born in, the culture that shaped your worldview, the historical moment you're living through, none of it is arbitrary. Your soul selected this setting as the perfect stage for its unique lessons. Were you born in a time of global upheaval, where division and uncertainty reign? Perhaps your mission is to anchor peace, to embody compassion, or to ignite transformation in a weary world. Raised in a society bound by rigid traditions or stifling norms, maybe you're here to question, to challenge, to carve new paths where others see only walls. Even in places marked by poverty, violence, or systemic injustice, your soul saw opportunity, not punishment, but a chance to grow, to heal, to shine a light where darkness looms. Every detail of your world, from the values you were taught to the obstacles you face, was part of the blueprint your soul co-created, a canvas carefully chosen for the masterpiece of your growth. But the soul's choices don't end with family or environment. It also selects its connections, including those rare electric bonds we call soulmates. These aren't always romantic partners. They can be friends, mentors, siblings, or even strangers whose fleeting presence leaves you forever changed. Before you were born, your soul forged pacts with other souls, agreements rooted in love, learning, or mutual evolution. Some promise to lift you up with unwavering support, to be the steady hand that guides you through storms. Others agreed to challenge you, to push you toward healing or growth by stirring up old wounds or testing your resolve. And some, yes, chose to break your heart, because through that pain, your soul would learn to love more deeply, to forgive, or to stand in its own strength. When you meet a soulmate, you feel it, a spark of recognition, a sense of, I've known you forever, that defies logic or explanation. It's as if the universe pauses, whispering, pay attention, this is sacred. But don't assume these connections will be easy or eternal. Soulmates often bring the hardest lessons, forcing you to face fears, heal old scars, or grow in ways you never imagined. Some stay for a lifetime, weaving a bond that anchors you through the years. Others come briefly, leaving a gift wrapped in joy, pain, or both. The key is to honor these connections without clinging, to love with an open heart, but release with grace when the time comes, trusting that every encounter serves your soul's greater plan. Now let's address a question that often lingers. If your soul planned all this, what about free will? Are you merely a puppet acting out a pre-written script? Far from it. Your soul's plan is a map, not a cage, a tapestry of paths, challenges, and possibilities. But you hold the compass, steering the journey with every choice you make. Every act of courage, every moment of doubt, every leap of faith or step backward shapes the story, adding depth and color to your soul's evolution. Mistakes aren't failures. They're detours, rich with lessons that your soul weaves into the fabric of your growth. Even when you veer off course, stumbling into fear or distraction, your soul uses those moments to teach, to guide, to gently nudge you back toward your purpose. This dance between destiny and freedom is what makes your life so extraordinary. You're not just living a plan, you're co-creating it, moment by moment, with the power to choose love over fear, growth over stagnation, truth over illusion. Every decision, no matter how small, is a brushstroke on the canvas of your soul's journey. This understanding shifts everything. The fear of death softens, because you know it's not an end, but a transition, a return to the light from which you came, a homecoming to your soul's eternal essence. The pain of loss becomes lighter, because you see every soul as part of an eternal web, connected across lifetimes, destined to cross paths again in new forms, new stories. The challenges you face take on new meaning because you recognize them as the lessons your soul chose to sculpt its growth, to refine its light. And the love you give and receive, it becomes sacred, a bridge between eternal souls, a spark that burns brighter than time or space. But this wisdom isn't just for the afterlife. It's for right now, in the pulsing, vibrant moment you're living. Look at your life today. That fear that keeps resurfacing, that dream that refuses to fade, that wound you can't seem to heal. They're not random. They're signposts, clues to your soul's mission, guiding you toward the purpose you came here to fulfill. Ask yourself, what patterns keep showing up in my life? What lessons am I being asked to learn? Is it forgiveness for yourself or someone who hurt you? Is it courage to step into your power and claim your voice? Is it love to open your heart despite the risk of pain? Your soul didn't choose this life for you to drift through it aimlessly. It chose it for you to live with purpose, to grow with ferocity, to shine with a light that ripples through the world, touching lives in ways you may never fully grasp. And you're not alone in this journey. Your spiritual guides, those unseen allies, walk with you every step of the way, offering support as constant as the stars. They don't control your path or make your choices. They speak through subtle nudges, sudden intuitions, meaningful coincidences, or dreams that linger like a warm embrace. That inner voice urging you to take a risk, that song that plays at the perfect moment, that stranger who says exactly what you needed to hear, these are the fingerprints of your guides, reminders that you're never truly alone. To hear them more clearly, slow down. Carve out moments of silence in your day, whether through meditation, a walk in nature, or a quiet pause amidst the chaos. Sit with your breath, ask your soul, what do you want me to know? And trust the answers, even if they come as whispers or fleeting images. Seek out the signs, the book that falls into your hands, the conversation that shifts your perspective, the dream that feels like a message from beyond. Your guides don't demand blind faith. They ask only that you listen, that you open your heart to the possibility of their presence, that you trust the quiet wisdom stirring within you. And when you do, you'll begin to notice the synchronicities, the unexpected opportunities, the people who cross your path, the ideas that ignite your soul. These are not accidents. They're the universe conspiring to guide you toward your purpose, to remind you that you're exactly where you need to be. Let's talk about karma, because it's often shrouded in misunderstanding. Karma isn't a cosmic punishment or a ledger of debts to be paid. It's the law of balance, the natural echo of your actions across time. Every thought, word, and deed sends out energy that eventually returns, not to harm you, but to teach you, to help you grow into the fullest expression of your soul. If you cause pain in one life, you might face situations that awaken empathy or compassion in the next, offering you a chance to balance the scales. If you live with generosity, kindness, or courage, you'll attract harmony, love, and opportunities that reflect that light. Karma isn't a fixed sentence. It's fluid, dynamic, shaped by your choices in this moment. Every act of love, every moment of forgiveness, every decision to rise above fear plants seeds for a brighter future, dissolving old patterns and weaving new possibilities. When a challenge arises, don't ask, why is this happening to me? Ask, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? This simple shift transforms you from a victim of circumstance into a co-creator of your destiny, wielding the power to shape your path with every conscious choice. Some souls choose lives of profound hardship, not because they're being punished, but because they're spiritual warriors, daring to grow through the fiercest trials. A soul born into poverty might be here to teach resilience, to inspire others, or to reshape systems of injustice from the ground up. A soul facing illness might awaken compassion, sensitivity, or gratitude in those around them, leaving a legacy of love that outlives their physical form. A soul in a war-torn land might carry the mission of peace, sowing seeds of hope amidst chaos, reminding the world of its capacity for healing. These choices, made before birth, reflect the soul's courage to embrace pain as a catalyst for transformation, to expand its light in the darkest corners of existence. Knowing this, you can look at your own struggles with fresh eyes. They're not accidents, not curses. They're the path your soul chose to become more of itself, to carve a deeper well of strength, wisdom, and love that will echo through lifetimes. This perspective changes how you see not just your own life, but the lives of everyone around you. That person facing unimaginable loss, that community enduring systemic hardship, that stranger carrying a quiet burden. They're not victims, but souls on heroic journeys, each carrying a purpose that ripples through the collective, shaping the world in unseen ways. This understanding fosters compassion, dissolves judgment, and invites you to honor every story, including your own. It reminds you that no one is alone in their struggles, that every soul is part of a greater tapestry, interconnected, interdependent, forever bound by love and growth. When you see the world through this lens, you begin to move through it differently, with more kindness, more patience, more reverence for the sacredness of every life. So where does this leave you? Right here in the sacred, pulsing now, exactly where you need to be. You're not late, not lost, not broken. Every step, every heartbreak, every moment of doubt or triumph has been part of your soul's bold, beautiful plan to evolve. That longing stirring in your chest, that quiet voice urging you forward. It's your soul calling you to live your purpose, to step into the fullness of who you are, to claim the light you were born to shine. You don't need to invent your purpose. It's already within you, woven into the fabric of your passions, your pains, the dreams you've carried since childhood, the challenges that have shaped you, and the loves that have awakened you. It's in the moments that make your heart race, the fears that push you to grow, the quiet whispers that guide you when all else feels uncertain. To reconnect with your purpose, start small but intentional. Notice the synchronicities, the unexpected opportunities that seem to fall into place, the people who cross your path at just the right moment, the ideas that ignite your soul like a spark. Spend a few minutes each day in stillness, whether through meditation, journaling, or simply sitting with your breath, and ask your soul, what's my next step? What do you want me to see? Trust the answers, even if they come as whispers, as fleeting images, as a feeling you can't quite name. Seek out the signs, the book that finds you, the conversation that shifts your perspective, the dream that feels like a message from beyond. Your soul has left clues everywhere, in the moments that move you, the fears that challenge you, the loves that awaken you, the pains that teach you. Listen to them, honor them. They are the breadcrumbs leading you home to yourself. And above all, choose consciously. Every act of kindness, every moment of courage, every decision to heal, forgive, or grow aligns you more deeply with your soul's plan. Your life isn't a random string of events. It's a sacred journey crafted by your soul with meticulous love and purpose. Look at your family not as a burden or a flaw, but as the perfect classroom for your growth, a space where your soul chose to learn its deepest lessons. Honor the parents who gave you life, not because they were perfect, but because they were chosen to help you become who you are. Cherish the soulmates who cross your path, whether they bring joy or challenge, because they're part of your soul's sacred agreements, each one a teacher in the school of your evolution. Embrace your environment, your culture, your era, your corner of the world, not as a limitation, but as the stage where your soul chose to shine, to make a difference, to leave a mark. Trust your free will. It's the spark that makes every victory, every lesson, every act of love so powerful, so uniquely yours. It's the gift that allows you to shape your destiny, to co-create with the universe in every moment. You're not just a soul passing through this world. You're a light, an eternal force, co-creating a story that echoes across lifetimes, touching others, shaping the universe in ways you may never fully see but will always feel. Your presence here, now, is no accident. You were born for this moment, for these challenges, for this love, for this growth. You were born to be a beacon, a healer, a dreamer, a warrior of light in a world that needs your unique gifts. So the next time fear, doubt, or uncertainty creeps in, pause, take a deep breath. Feel the ground beneath you, the air in your lungs, the pulse of life within you. Remember, your soul knows the way. It chose this path, these people, this life, because it trusted in your strength, your heart, your capacity to grow through every storm and shine through every shadow. Trust it back. Step forward, not with perfection, but with sincerity, courage, and an open heart. The universe, your guides, and every soul you've ever touched are cheering you on, holding space for your light, believing in your journey. You are exactly where you need to be. And your journey, your magnificent, messy, miraculous journey, has only just begun. Embrace it. Live it. Let your soul's light lead the way.